Hey there, ChoochCast, coming to you live from Phoenix, Arizona. How is everyone doing today? All right, man. Excellent. We got some people coming in here, man. Let's get this going. Welcome to ChoochCast, man. A show of analysis, opinion, mostly sports. We talk about life. We love laughing, enjoying life, doing things a little bit different because a lot of these talk shows, just a bunch of garbage. Today, I have Mr. T-Man McBride will be joining us in a few minutes, and we're going to talk, he's a lifelong Giants fan, and I know he's been hurting for sure when it comes to no baseball. So we're going to see what he's been doing to let the time slide on by, as we like to say. And also, man, we will be talking about not only baseball, we'll be talking about some football, we'll be talking about some basketball, we'll be talking about life. Like, what are you doing in these times right now? I mean, what are you doing in your life to make things better for other people as well? And we will laugh because, you know, one thing that Chooch loves to do is laugh. So we will get a lot of that going. I wanted to say hi to my family and friends out there. Thank you for joining. And you might not be live right now, but I know you're going to watch later on. And to my sweetheart, Mariela, out in Chile. Hello. And we'll get through this all soon. Coming to you live from Phoenix, Arizona. Right now, we got ChoochCast. Hey, what do you think about this baseball trying very hard to get a season going? I don't think it's really working out for them too much, huh? How are they going to get an actual season in when we can't even, like, if I wanted to get a test right now, I couldn't even get a test for this freaking virus, right? Could you? Could anyone else you really know? Where would you go? How would that work? And all of a sudden, you're going to have I'm going to try something here, man. I'm going to take this. There we go. I like that better, man. You know what? I do like that better. Yes. All right. So, I mean, how are they going to make sure, and everyone's negative, everyone's trying to, you know, not spread the disease, but wait a minute here. How are you going to make sure that is not the case? Like, we have many unfortunate people dying, and they're acting like it's of no consequence. Oh, the numbers are down. We only had 300 deaths in New York yesterday. What? 300 deaths one day. And that's lower than it was. And you want to just open up everything? Let people congregate. I mean, it drives me crazy, man. I just don't think that people realize the extent on what is going on here. And I know we all want to get back to work and we all want to get back to regular life, but damn, this is a pandemic. This is not going anywhere until we get a hold on it. So you're going to see your crazies out there. They're out there. They're already out there. They're freaking storming the beaches, man. All these, 20, 30-year-olds that, I remember being 20 and 30. You just did whatever the hell you wanted to do. And you thought you were indestructible, right? Well, this is not about you. It's about everyone else around you. And how would you feel if you gave it to your grandma? Huh? How would you feel? How terrible would you feel to give it to your grandma, to give it to your mom, your dad, your brother, your sister? I mean, that is what the problem is. And I think if you have not been affected by it, meaning that you don't know someone firsthand and how horrible this freaking virus is, then you don't really care. And that's pretty damn selfish of you. In fact, it's sickeningly selfish. So that's my 2 cents on that, man. Take care of yourself and freaking don't life is not normal anymore. We are not going back to normal. And that includes sports. And that's what I wanted to talk about today. Because my beloved baseball is taking it in the shorts. Okay. First of all, we already had declining attendance, and we had the younger generation not really wrapping their heads around it and wanting to watch a full baseball game. And now we have this. One thing baseball does have going for it as compared to the other sports is that you could physically distance in baseball a lot better than you can in basketball and in football, obviously, and soccer, and you name the other sports. I'm kind of thinking like, swimming. I don't know how it moves around in water. Not sure. So that could be something. I don't know. I know I'm not jumping in a lake with a bunch of bozos, man, hanging out there, man, trying to spread the virus around. I'm not jumping in a pool. So there goes my question. I mean, there goes my answer right there, I suppose, right? Oh, man. But anyways, I just thought I'd throw that out there. But baseball does have that going for them because unlike football and basketball, it's not a close contact sport. And so, but I still don't see how guys will want to congregate together, hang out in hotels, clubhouses, all that kind of stuff, away from their families. Are you going to quarantine a player away from their family? I'm not sure, man. I'm not sure that's you're gonna jive with that. That's for sure. That's for sure. Man, all right. Hey, we're waiting for the T-Man McBride to come in here, man. But obviously, as usual, he's a little bit late. But that's part of his charm, folks. That's part of his charm. We are going to wait for him. So we will see. Anyways, in the meantime, baseball is trying. The KBO, the CPL, CPPL or CPL, I can't remember, the Chinese Professional League or the Korean Baseball Organization or any of those. Hey, what is, where are they and how are they going to administer people with no fans, playing games with no fans? And then what happens if someone becomes positive on a test? Sometimes you don't know if you have it for 10 days, 14 days, and then you go home, you spread it around, you go to the coffee shop. I got to tell you a quick story, man. I'm here in Phoenix, right? And they take it, it's a little lackadaisical here. No joke. It's definitely a little lackadaisical here. So I'm going down, I'm riding my bike downtown with my mask on, all right, and going down to a coffee shop that's open, and it says takeout only. Takeout only. But you walk up to the counter. The woman's got a mask on. There's a cook back there. He has a mask on. Okay. All right. They got sandwiches to go and all that kind of stuff. Get this. In walk like four or five cops. Okay. Weapons, badges, all that kind of stuff. I think they were detectives or something because they weren't in uniform, but they had their badges on and their weapons, next to their sides and all that kind of stuff. So, long story short, they walk in, no masks, no nothing. They probably had 7 or 8 of them. And what do you know? They're not distancing. They're not wearing masks. They're not doing anything. They're acting like it's a freaking regular Wednesday downtown. They're grabbing coffee. They're walking shoulder to shoulder, hitting each other on the back and all this. And this is the problem, folks, okay? Because in the U.S., 300 million people. 300 million. Do you think all of them are going to do the same thing and do what's right? I don't think so. And people are trying to compare this to other pandemics, man, Spanish flu, polio, all this kind of stuff, right? Well, guess what? There was a lot less people then. Now we have 300 million people in the U.S., and that's give or take. Do you think all of them are going to do what is right? I don't think so. So Chooch thinks that this pandemic is going to go on for quite a while. We're going to have fits and starts. We're going to try to, open up, and it's just unbelievable, really. It's just unbelievable because what's going to happen is they're going to try to open up. And do you think the restaurants and the hair salons and the gymnasiums and all these guys, do you think that they're just going to go right back. The economy is going to come back and a bunch of people are going to come to their restaurants? I don't think so. I'm not going. And I know a lot of my friends aren't going. And I know a lot of people that would be very skittish on maybe going to a restaurant, a gym. Oh my God, man. How about those freaks in Georgia? Hey, Georgia, how you doing, man? Hey, by the way, in about 7 to 10 days, dude, your hospitals are going to be full of new patients. Nice job. Good job, Georgia. Nice job. And Texas, you're right behind them. And all those other states that just, don't really care. So, hey, they are now going to reap what they sow. So, but that being said, man, is baseball going to come back this year? I don't see it, folks. I'm not trying to, hey, man, I love baseball more than anyone out there. But I don't see how they're going to play and keep everyone safe and let this, we don't know enough about this virus. Why can't people just understand that? We don't know enough. It's obviously our government doesn't know anything about it. And, are we listening to scientists, people with data, people that are smart? Nah, we're not. But, America has its divide, just like any other country does, right? But this one is even more. We're a very divided nation. So are we going to get everyone on the same page? No freaking way. There's no way we are getting everyone on the same page. So, hey, do we have a long haul ahead of us? Yes. When it comes to sports, would I be counting on anything? No, I would not. If they end up playing some sports on TV with no fans, I think that would be a huge win, but I don't see how they're going to do it. I don't see how they are going to make it safe enough where enough people will say, yeah, you know what, I'll work that. And then I'm going to go home and quarantine myself. But I hope I don't give it to my grandma, my mom, my grandpa, my uncle. I hope we don't give it to them either. So it's going to be a long road. We don't know enough about this. And we're going to see it when these people start opening up. And I think they're going to do that here in Arizona too. I really do. I might have to bolt because I don't see a lot of people. I rode my bike or a bike. There's a bike here. I rode a bike downtown Phoenix, man. I got a mask on. I'm one of the only ones. Going to the grocery store, 10% of the people wearing masks, maybe 10%. And that is pretty shifty to me, man. That's where, you got to start, unfortunately, you're going to have to make people wear masks, make people distance. And Americans just don't like being told what to do. And so we're in for a long, long trial here. So, hey, welcome. If you're just joining us, man, go ahead and throw down a comment if you want to say hey. See if you want something to talk about, man. Our guest McBride is having technical difficulties. Go figure. We sent him the link before. All he has to do is push it. Come on, McBride. I know you can do it. So he's having a little trouble, he says. But that being said, man, if you have a question for me, hey, jump on it. I'm more than happy to answer it. I follow Baseball America a lot. I follow a lot of the writers and also a lot of the sports in general, man. What's been cool about quarantining, and there's not a whole lot cool about it, is I have caught up on a lot of good reading and a lot of good actual opinions and analysis on Twitter. I know. Whoa. Can't believe it, dude. Something good on Twitter? Yes. If you just got to block out the noise. And when I mean block out, I mean, I think I block more people than I have as friends or followers, whatever you call them. I call them teammates, baby. So I try to actually block more people because I don't have time for the noise. The noise is deafening. Isn't it though? Isn't the noise like, and we've been able to take this time to kind of filter out the noise, filter it out, say goodbye to it. You've learning that you can freaking pick and choose, man. You don't have to take it all in from every direction and just going, what, opinion here, opinion there, opinion there, opinion there. just, hey, I want to follow this person. I want to listen to their podcast. I want to listen to what they have to do. I now have the time to do it. So take that time, man. Start learning what you've been wanting to learn. Yeah. I mean, mi español es mucho mejor. I mean, it's much better today. And that's because, I got the time to do something that I want to learn, Speaking of that, man, I feel for a lot of people in the world, but I also feel for a lot of the athletes, the young athletes, especially in the high school age and the college age and youth baseball, of course. But can you imagine, man, working your whole baseball life, football life, basketball life to get to your senior season, and then it's just gone, rug, pull it out. And that is just so rough, man. I can't imagine what that would be like and how that would, hurt it would hurt your heart, because you've worked so hard for this. You work so hard, and therefore that, and now everything's taken off. You don't get to walk, graduate and walk for graduation, senior proms. Your last game as a senior, man, is a big deal. Senior night, all this kind of stuff you worked for, you've watched the last 3 years in high school, and now you want yours, and it's gone. And that, it would be the hardest thing for me. I asked Sam, man, earlier, man, a buddy of mine, man, who's got a great, Pasco Sports Media, man, check him out. And I asked him, and he's taking it in pretty good stride. But, it seems like it would be really hard, man, to have everything taken out for you after you've worked so hard to get to where you're at. Tanya, what is going on? Hey, Chooch, if you have to bolt, you could always come hang in KC. Nice. Yes. Right in the middle of the country where there's not a whole lot of people. I might just do that, Tanya. I might just do that. Yes. I'm thinking more of like mountains, up in the pines or something like that. We'll see. Chooch is very versatile. You can go anywhere. My life has just worked out like that. And so, yeah, where do I want to go today? And I will definitely make sure and keep KC in mind, because I love me some KC. I love me some KC, man. I got to get to that the Negro Leagues Museum. Man, that's fantastic. Mr. Bob Kendrick down there. The barbecue. Oh, the barbecue. And the home cooking from the Cubis family is fantastic, man. And the accommodations, just taking care of people. KC is very cool. Very cool. But, nothing's open. So, hey, we could always just hang and see. We could walk by all the stuff that's not open. Anyways. Oh, man. But anyway, so, thanks for joining us on the live stream, man. We got a couple people, but we're just getting this going, man. I know I'm trying to figure out when the best time is to send it out, because I know people's attention span's really low, but maybe 2:00 doesn't really work. And maybe we can do a different time. I don't know. Maybe after people watch this, after they're done working or whatever they're doing today, maybe it's a better thing to do it at, 10 a.m. or 5 p.m. That sounds a little bit better. Maybe 6 p.m. or something like that. So we will definitely think about that. But in the meantime, hey, I feel for those kids that are losing a lot in youth sports. They're losing a year of development. They're losing their senior years. They're losing, there's a lot of, they're talking about the baseball draft only being 5 rounds. What? You know how many people that's going to screw up of getting drafted and being able to play organized ball so they get a chance? If you only draft for 5 rounds, then, 5 times 30, what is 150 players? So 32 or no, 30. Anyways, 150 players. That's it. And then they're going to sign free agents, and that kind of stuff. But you are really, really, really lowering the pool of talent by drafting only 5 rounds in any sport. And so basketball, I can understand, because there's only 5 people that play at one time. Baseball's got 9. They got a roster of 25, 26. All right. So you need a lot of players, and especially these days, because the pitchers can't throw more than 2 innings. 2 innings. So it's they're going to need a bunch of pitchers. Right on, Frank, man. Be well and be good as well, my friend. Thanks for checking in, dude. And we will definitely keep you posted, man. Frank's a good cat here in Surprise, Arizona, man. Good man. And got to hang with him for a little bit. And so good to see him on here as well. So T-Man McBride, dude, I got something for you, man. You know, when I said I wanted to test it out beforehand, but you wanted to go to the store, this is why. Okay, this is why. So this is why we do things beforehand, so that my guests will be ready to go and not just in the last minute. So the man of leisure, we take, you know what? We take our chances when we are men of leisure. And hey, I am a definite man of leisure. I love not doing a whole lot. Okay, meaning that I like to give myself time to think, create, and not only that, think about things such as right now, where are we going to be in the world in 3 months? Is this the new abnormal, like I like to say? I think this is the new abnormal. I mean, we're talking here. I'm doing a live stream, man. People are working from home. Zoom is all over the place. But I mean, this is the new way. So where are we going to be for 3 months? Do we have live sports anywhere? I'm going to say no. And I hate that. But I'm just a realist. I'm just a realist. And it's just the fact that it's such a big undertaking to get everyone together. And then certain states are not allowing gatherings, certain are. I mean, how are you going to do that? How are you going to get the teams together? And then when they're together, they got a better chance of freaking spreading the virus between them, right? And so it's just, I mean, did you ever really think this would happen in our lifetime? I mean, this is unfathomable to me that the world just stopped. Commerce, consumerism, planes, trains, automobiles, what a great movie, by the way, just stopped. And it's just, whoa. I mean, I never thought I'd see where there was no sports at all. Nothing. I mean, I can't even watch soccer. Not that I would anyway, but I can't even watch it because it's just the fact that I'm sad, man. There's no sports at all. And then I start thinking, hey, Chad, okay, think about more than what your life revolves around. Not revolves around, but but is in my circles. And man, there are a lot of people hurting. So on that note, you know what? I've taken it upon myself, and you can do the same, and everyone can do the same, right? Is to help someone, help someone, the neighbor down the street, go get some groceries for them, help them out. Go on Twitter and freaking and donate $10 to $20 at a time. Okay, help people out. Throw money at a charity. Go to a food bank. There's all kinds of things you can do. There's this guy on Twitter named Bill Pulte, Pulte, and it's Team Giving, and it's fantastic, man. They're helping people, and they verify them. They're helping people who need just like $20, $30, man, $100. I mean, it's really good for the heart, good for the soul. But not only that, I mean, that's what we're really about, right? As humans, helping people out. Don't get overwhelmed. Don't get overwhelmed with so many people need help. Oh my God. I've been there, man. I'm like, oh gosh, I've spent a lot of time in developing countries, a lot of time in developing countries looking for the nuggets, the baseball stars of tomorrow at age 15 and 16. And I've been through a lot of towns, man, a lot of poor towns. And you want to help, man. Your heart bleeds. Your heart bleeds. But you know what? Find 1 or 2, 3, okay? Find people to help out. I mean, it'll do you so good, man. And it'll do them. It means the world to them. Okay? And you don't have to take everyone on and go, well, if I help this person, I got to help this and this and this and this. No, you don't. I'm here to tell you, I do it. I help out a few people, and then it might branch out to a few more if I can do it. I don't put myself in like harm's way of financially or anything like that, but I have a little bit more than others. Why not give it away? I mean, what happened to us as humans? I mean, there's still people doing it, but we became extremely selfish. And I think this virus is a way for us to come back down to freaking earth and come back down and say, hey, you know what? We need each other. We need to help out each other. And if you got the opportunity to do so, do it. It's really easy, man. It's really easy. And not only that, hey, we get that good part of our human mind back, okay? Because there's a lot of selfishness out there, folks. We know that. And you can turn on the TV, and I don't recommend it. I don't, hardly. Turn on the TV, and you can see it all the time. Don't be one of them. Don't be one of them. Don't get all freaking bent out of shape and just, and just say this person this person that. Not cool, man. Not cool. Not okay anymore. Okay? We've done it already. We've seen it. Look where it's got us. We're divided as a nation and as a people, and that does not need to be so. So, in summary, you've listened to me. I've been talking for almost 27 minutes, and that's how far this is going, because that's my number, man. How many outs in a baseball game for a pitcher? Bam, 27. All right. So, in summary, do I see baseball happening this year on a very limited basis, if at all? Football, they have their own rules, but that's really tough. Basketball, no. You're too close to each other, man. Way too close to each other. And so I don't see that happening, finishing their season up. And we'll just go from there. All right? So, hey, you know what? It didn't work out with McBride today, man, but thanks for sticking with me, the 2 or 3 people who did, and the people who will watch this. Be on tune, man. Maybe I'll get like a schedule going of Mondays and Thursdays or something like that. That'd be pretty cool. But in the meantime, man, thanks for hanging in there. Thanks for checking it out. Leave a comment down below, and always know that Chooch is in your corner. Later.